Hello everyone, I am Ramon with Ramon at Home, and today I am at our store at the West Bottoms, and I don't know if you can see, but the store has been fully decorated for fall. It took us about a day and a half to do this process, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. But today I want to talk to you about my vacation and how it went. I haven't been home in 11 years, I think, and I flew into San Diego, and my aunt picked me up. But this is gonna be a little bit of a downer, but this is really how my vacation went. The day before I left for vacation, my aunt had a heart attack and had to be flown into Denver, and she also had something in her brain, like an aneurysm or something like that. So after she got stabilized, I flew to Mexico. My aunt picked me up, and I went to Coronado Island, which is absolutely beautiful, and San Diego downtown, which is absolutely stunning. I really want to move there someday. But the tragedies didn't really stop there. When I went to visit my mom's house, which I haven't been in about over 15 years, my sister had three dogs, and the little one got out, and another dog killed it. That is like the first day of my vacation. So, of course, it was not going to be the same. My sister was inconsolably, and she loved that little pet because it was my dad's favorite dog. And I just felt so bad because I feel like if I wouldn't have went to her house, then that wouldn't have happened, and her little dog would still be alive. So I honestly feel so bad for her. So that's just bad. So after that, we went over to my aunt's house, and my aunt hadn't really been feeling good for like 3 weeks, and so she just didn't look herself. She really is a very happy person, and she just looked like she was not having it. And so the second day, we were getting ready to go to these wineries down in Mexico, and she really looked pale, and she was not feeling good. And so she's like, you know what, we can go, you guys can go do the wine tastings, and I'll drive you around so that way it'll be safer. So we agreed, and we went this beautiful place down in the Baja, which is called Valle de Guadalupe. It's where all the wineries are. It's called Wine Route. It's absolutely stunning. You feel like you are somewhere beautiful. And so we went there, and by the time we got back, she was just not feeling good. So we told her, you know what, it's probably better if you go to the doctor. Well, because she lives in Tijuana, you have to cross the border, and because it is the most transited border in the world, sometimes up to 4 hours just to cross the border. So we made her go because in the evening the traffic is less. So we told her to go. So well, she rushed to the ER and got to find out that she had they had diagnosed her with cancer. So that is on my third day of my vacation, and from there on, like, it was just not the same. When somebody tells you that they have this illness, it doesn't matter if it's a family member or a friend or just somebody you literally think the worst, because who doesn't relate cancer with death? So from there on, we just stayed in the house, and we did nothing basically because we felt so bad, about the news. And she started talking nonsense about wills and inheritance, and because, like I say, you assume the worst, and I don't feel like life is the same. She's gonna have to undergo treatment, and she's gonna have to have surgery done, and it's just the worst. And I don't know what's gonna happen, because she's always been the family's rock, and she's always been the strongest person in our family. Well, now she's the one that is undergoing a really bad circumstance, and I feel like we have to be really strong for her, because she's gonna have to fight this. She's been going to doctor's appointments, and actually the day when we came back, I told her to just drop us off at the airport, and that we could wait at the airport. And so she took us to this casino where they go all the time, and it's absolutely gorgeous in San Diego, like the mountains, and they have this infinity pool. So she wanted to take us and eat there at the casino, and so we went there, and she couldn't eat. It went from bad to worse in a week. And after we came back, of course, I'm all worried about it, and I've told her, every time she goes to the doctor, let me know. And She has. And so what they found out is that oh, when they did a CT scan, they found something in her ovaries and then also in her liver. They found some spots in her liver, and so that's why she was worried, because there's certain. She was also a nurse for many years, so you know, when you talk to somebody that hasn't been in the medical field, then it's different than somebody that has been in the medical field, and of course she knows the terminology and all of these things. And so she asked the doctor if the cancer has metastasized to his liver, and they said yes. Well, after I came back a day later, she went back to the doctor because she was not feeling good, and they drained some liquids from her stomach, about 2.5 liters, and and they don't, like, they have to study that before she goes into surgery. So a day later they told her that she's gonna have to start chemo, and she's gonna do that so they reduce the cells so they can perform the surgery, because if they leave the cells that big, then they cannot perform the surgery. And I guess the reason why I'm telling you this is because I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not really in the mood to make videos. I'm not in the mood to do anything, because that's all I have in my mind. You know, when somebody of your family is going through something like that, everything else just becomes irrelevant. I decorated our store for fall, and I did the best that I could. But you know, every time that I was doing something, I just had that in my mind, and so I don't know what's gonna happen. I immediately wanted to move to San Diego. I actually wanted to stay, but she didn't let me. And I'm gonna go back as soon as she starts her treatment, because she's gonna need some help. So I'm gonna go back for a few days. I already talked to my boss. Eventually, we'll probably move to San Diego sometime. Probably not soon, but that also puts you into perspective that I'm so far away from my family, and if something happens, I would feel so bad, because instead of spending time over here by myself anyways, I could be spending it with my family down in San Diego in Mexico. So it really changes your life and how you see life. I was one of the people that say I'm not afraid to die, you know, like we're all born and we're all gonna die. However, when somebody in your family is told that, then you really start thinking, I don't want to die, because I have plans for my life and I have plans for my future, and I want to see them through, and I want to work for them, but I want to do all the things that I wanted to do. And so I guess I'm just gonna have to go help her fight it, and hope for the best. And I know she's a strong person, and I know that she's gonna get out of this one. I just have a feeling, but it is a really big scare. So I just thought I'd let you guys know how my vacation went. I'm gonna flip the camera and show you a few of the vignettes that I did for fall, to see if you can get some inspiration. And I just hope for everybody to be a little patient. I'm sure I'll get back in the mood for fall. I want to thank all of my new subscribers. I don't know why I've done, but you guys have been subscribing to this channel, and I promise you we're gonna get back to decorating. I have some ideas, but meanwhile, I'm gonna show you a few of the vignettes that we have here in the store, and I hope that you like them. Thank you all so much, and I'm gonna flip the camera, okay? Alright, so this is a tablescape that I did, and I'm gonna go to the other side so you guys can get the full effect. It's a little dark in here, but I want you to see how I set up this with these branches that go all the way up. And then over here, I'm gonna go over here. We did an arrangement on top of this credenza with some pumpkins. The light here really is not as good as I wish that it was, but we have this table, or this ottoman, decorated for fall. We have this vignette right here with all of these sticks. I don't know if you guys can see all of the sticks and all of the fall decorating. Then it continues over here, and this is our Halloween table over here. I really wish the light was better, but this is so cute. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's this branch suspended from the ceiling, and there is some witches flying around. I'm gonna take pictures, and I'll show you guys the pictures in a video, because the light here is just awful. So then I'm gonna go around, and we have another tablescape right here, and it's very dramatic. It's all color coordinated to coordinate with fall, and there's this big centerpiece. And then in the back, oh, these lanterns, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they have these matching swags on the top of the lanterns. They're really dramatic, they're huge. And we have some vignettes over here. with fall, with some turkeys and pumpkins, and all of the tops of the cabinets are decorated, and I just wish that you guys could really see how dramatic the store looks. I mean, there's branches everywhere, there's tablescapes and flower arrangements and sticks and lanterns decorated for fall. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, I'll be back with my decorating soon, as soon as I get over a little bit of this news, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Love you guys.